Hey, this is Anthony with RevZilla. So if you watch, decide, and ride, welcome to our detailed breakdown of the new REV'IT Scout H2O boot available at RevZilla.com. New for spring 2016. This is the Scout REV'IT. You're back. You're back from Holland. For years, we saw you do technical riding boots. We saw the original Rival. We saw the original Apache. Now the Scout is part of the new collection. We've seen your fashion stuff, which actually has been juggernaut for the last 2 years. Now we're back into technical riding. There's a Scout, the Trail, the Compass. Up the line, this is going to be the least expensive, one of the more versatile boots in the new collection. But again, for under $200, it's really, in our opinion, not sacrificing anything by way of protection or by way of technicality when it comes to a mid-height boot. If we look at it, it's got that hiking look. Waterproof, breathable, up to about here with the Hydratex membrane. 3 to 4 season, great under a pair of jeans. When we walk through it, you're gonna notice the heel, or the sole of this boot is way stiffer than we're expecting for this price point, and it's CE rated, so great toe, ankle, as well as heel protection. I'm very impressed, rock solid. You waited years on me, REV'IT, but now you came back to the fray and you've given me a great jumping off point for your next level of technical riding boots. Now remember, from here you're going up to something like the Trail, which is basically the same boot, just taller in a full height. This is gonna be the shorty option when you cross over from riding shoes into boots in the REV'IT, and this is gonna be the Scout H2O. Going to come in Euro sizes, they map to American sizes, no issues there. Let's talk about the sizing. So remember, your 4-season, your waterproof, again, great breathability, but your sizing's going to be in that Euro range, and this is the boot with the tallest toe box out of all the new REV'IT boots. So again, taller toe. When you go to that Compass or the Trail, the toe is a little bit more narrow in height. But again, nice solid American footbed, no issues from a narrow or a width standpoint, and great protection. So they're managing to bake in toe, ankle, and heel protection. And the ankle protection is actually gonna be the REV'IT C Soft, and it's great from a comfort standpoint as well. So use that size chart. Remember, we'll ship for free or 39 bucks. I'd actually love it if you would click our logo, subscribe to us on YouTube, RevZilla TV. Leave me your comments, your questions, and your feedback on the new Scout H2O as part of the new REV'IT boot collection. Now, diving into some of the specifics here. Bi-cast leather, which is going to be split grain leather. It has a matte finish to it. And you can see there's cutaways here using some textile and different materials for flexibility. Now, I talked about the ankle protection. It's REV'IT C Flex, which again is their newer upgraded soft armor, super comfortable, but great from a shock absorbing standpoint. We're seeing this throughout a lot of the REV'IT gear these days. We like the direction it's going. It's better from a comfort standpoint, and it's going to be more protective. Notice the way they've worked in their shift panel here on both sides, dually recessed stitch, so you're not gonna fray that over time. And one of the big things before I go up the boot that I want to home in on is this Vibram sole. So REV'IT has partnered with Vibram. It's a 4-part sole, inner sole, outer sole. You have a composite steel shank. You also have this gray shock absorbing area. This is a real deal motorcycle sole. And again, REV'IT said, we're not gonna reinvent the sole. We're gonna partner with somebody that just does soles across boots, period, not just motorcycling. The thing you're gonna find though, is this boot, for what it is, was way stiffer than we were expecting. So like 8.5 out of 10 on the stiff scale. So while it's extremely lightweight, the whole boot is much lighter than you would expect. The boot itself is going to be way stiffer. Great when you're riding, great from a protection standpoint, great when you're interfacing with the pegs. But if you're thinking about leaving it on under your jeans, walking around in it all day, think of it along the lines of a hiking boot. It's just gonna be that really stiff sole that may or may not be your taste for wearing it all day long. But again, coming in under 200 bucks, from a protection standpoint when you're riding, phenomenal. I'll show you the bottom too. Hiking design, again, has a bit of a raise in the heel, has a shock absorbing layer that's going to be baked in, and you have that composite shank. Now, if I turn it over to the side, I'm gonna spin it around, reflectivity along the back, no surprises there, you have a nice pull to get it on and off. And going to the medial side, again, more C-Flex armor, and you can see the lines as they tie in here. It has a nice style to it. They just did a nice job. I'm glad they waited. They're coming back out with a product that's technical, that looks great, that's comfortable. REV'IT, there's a reason why you didn't design boots for technical riding for the last 3-4 years. I'm happy you waited. So opening it up from the top, you have a multitude of options up here. You have a speed lace system that you can use or remove if you want to tie it yourself. And if we open the boot up, you're going to notice it's a 3D mesh. 3D mesh is great from a perspiration standpoint. It wicks sweat away from your foot and from your ankle, allows it to get closer to the outer membrane, closer to the Hydratex membrane, and evaporate out, keeping you cool while keeping you protected from anything wet Mother Nature would throw at you. So remember, waterproof breathable boot means water can't get in, but it allows your foot to sweat, allows your foot to breathe even in the summer. There's not direct venting here. Give you the better chance to staying cool and comfortable. All in, Technical, protective, extremely lightweight, very, very lightweight, while still being stiff and rigid. We really like the direction they went. Again, my only gripe with it, if I even had a gripe, was that for the average everyday commuter, whether you're adventure touring, multi-season touring, sport touring, commuter rider, for the average everyday guy, it might be a little too stiff to wear around the office all day long, but you're gonna have to make that call. If you take that out of the equation though, anybody that makes the investment in this boot, just like we have, is going to be really, really happy with the massive ground that REV'IT has covered now in upgrading their new boot line with the Scout H2O, but again, keeping that price under 200 bucks. Remember, step up from here is the Trail or Compass. One's gonna be bi-cast leather, one's full grain leather, and they both become full height. So this is your most technical short boot in the REV'IT collection. The next step in your journey is to click the info button on your mobile or desktop device. Read what other riders are saying on the product detail page at RevZilla.com. You shouldn't just take my word for it. As always, we'll ship for free over 39 bucks. And if you want to talk to a gear geek, see us at RevZilla.com or 877-792-9455. Thanks for watching our detailed breakdown of the new REV'IT Scout H2O boot. I'm Anthony. We'll see you next time.